I'll never forget my first trip to Giza and the sight of those massive stone structures. They stand just on the edge of the desert, taking you back to the time of the pharaohs. But they're surprisingly near to modern buildings too. I kind of expected them to be right in the middle of nowhere.
It's a brilliant city. We did a city tour on the first day to get a feel for the place, starting at the Reichstag. There's a viewing terrace right at the very top of the building where you get incredible views of the surrounding area. We stayed on the old east side of the wall. Even though it's been unified since 1989, there is a different feel to the two halves of the city.
We were staying on the outskirts of the city, so we only had a day for sightseeing. We began at the Capitol building and walked the 2 miles to the Lincoln Memorial at the other end of the mall. It's a kind of national park with gardens and lots of important museums, like the National Museum of American History.
Oh, I wouldn't have missed it for the world. It really is one of India's must-see destinations. It's a magnificent white building right on the banks of the river, so you get wonderful reflections in the clear water. We also spent some time in Jaipur. I love the colourful streets in the very heart of the old city.
Hello?
Hi, Leo. We've just stopped for petrol. The sat-nav is programmed and we'll be on our way again soon.
Great, but I wouldn't rely on GPS to find us. We really are in the middle of nowhere.
Oh.
Use the sat-nav as far as the village of Lower Borton.
Uh-huh.
Then head towards the village hall. There's a sign just before the river.
Right.
Go over the bridge and follow the road round the bend. It's quite narrow, so there's a 20-mile speed limit.
Mm-hmm.
Right, carry on along that road for about a mile, and there's a sharp turn to the left.
Okay.
That's the track down to the house. Drive right to the end of that track, and that's where we are.
Gosh, that sounds a bit complicated.
You'll be fine. It's only about a 15-minute drive from the village. Ring again if you get lost.
Excuse me. Sorry. How do I get out of here? I'm completely lost.
Yeah, this place is a bit of a maze. So, to get to reception, go along this corridor to the end and turn right. Go past the photocopiers, then through the design department. There are some stairs on your left, or the lift is just through the double doors, OK?
Yes, I think so. So, it's to the end of the corridor and left.
No, right.
Yes, yes. That's what I meant.
Good. Well, you know you can always ask again if you lose your way.
Yes, I will. Thank you.
OK.
Phil, I think we're going the wrong way. We walked past that statue about 10 minutes ago.
Don't panic, Andrea. I was born here. I know this place like the back of my hand.
Heard that one before.
Sorry?
No, nothing. But I just want to find the pub before they stop serving lunch.
It's fine. We just go across the square and it's one of the roads on the right.
Oh, my feet are killing me.
It's only about a 5-minute walk. Just a bit further on and then on the right. Yeah, this is it. Oh.
Phil, this is a hairdresser's.
Yes, thank you, Andrea. I can see that. I'm sure it's around here somewhere. Let's go back to the square.
Or we could just check on my phone. It does have GPS, you know. Phil? Phil!
Tape script 3.2.
This is amazing.
What is?
Well, it says here that a 44-year-old man in Sweden was buried in snow for 60 days and he survived.
60 days? I don't believe it. Was he buried by an avalanche or something while he was skiing?
No, he hadn't been skiing. He was driving his car and it was snowing hard and he got stuck in snowdrifts.
But 60 days is over 2 months. How come nobody found him?
Well, apparently he was on a remote road and his car was completely covered in snow.
Like an igloo?
Yeah.
So was he sitting in his car all that time?
No, not sitting, lying. Fortunately, he'd brought a sleeping bag, and when they found him, he was lying in that.
Very fortunate. Why didn't anyone report him missing?
I don't know, it doesn't say.
I'm not sure this story's true. Did he have stuff to eat?
No, he said he'd eaten nothing but snow. He was really thin when they found him, emaciated, it says here, and he had hypothermia.
I'm not surprised. I just don't believe it's possible to live without food for 60 days, and it's strange that nobody missed him. I think there's more to this story than meets the eye.